Welcome back to the Free Idea Podcast. It's me, Mario, back at it again. And so now what I have is a phone where the entire chassis is made of screen, but it's not touch screen. And it can change the color. And the color of the phone like Call of Duty guns do. So imagine this. It's a phone, but instead of metal, aluminum, titanium, whatever you want to call it, it's all screen. Forget about the front screen. Back is also screen. Sides are screen. Everything is all screen. Except just the front of the screen is the one that is touch. The rest is not. And so what you do is you go into settings and you just download something that can replay in the skin. Like you change the color of your phone. Imagine that, just changing the color to any color you want at all times, and then make it look like it's flowing with water or wind or fire, and make it into anime, whatever skin you want, just like the guns of Call of Duty where they're like weird, where they're like the universe and it's moving with the stars, so your phone is. Now that'd be cool. Why don't we have that? I'm pretty sure there's many reasons why not, but I just saw this phone from China that had a back screen on the camera bump, and I thought that looks like the future. It's so useless but so interesting, where you can edit and make little fun things, move pictures, replaying anything in that back screen. But the only person that looks at it is not you, it's somebody else, unless you put it on the table facing down. Other than that, it's more for the other person, but it's fun. Like you're probably just for teenagers, I bet, or elementary kids that just want to kill time looking at all these alterations. I'm pretty sure that they have the time to mess with it. So why not just from the camera bump also do the sides of the phone and everything? Why not all the phone? I know it's gonna get scratched and stuff. So put a protector in it, like a screensaver protector, like one of those very thin all around protectors, or a transparent one, those gummy ones. And then just make it replay stuff. That'd be cool. So yeah, that welcome to the future. Useless things to put on the phones, but that would be fun. Next one is cars with screens and computers should not need a scanner to tell you what is wrong with the car. Yes, sir, I said it. I said it here, and you heard me. Cars are computers nowadays more than they are cars. Everything is a computer, and they have iPads for screens. Even older models have a screen that is touch at this point. So, why? Why do we still have to connect the code reader under the car in that connector area? Why do I have to go to AutoZone to get my free scanner to plug it in and then bring it back so they can print it? Why do I have to order a scanner from Amazon to know what's wrong with the engine light that's been there for years? Because it comes stock with this car. Chevrolet Cruze, I'm talking to you, 2017. The engine light is just part of the car. Like they sell it to you like that. It's part of it. So why do I need to hook it up to the car to know what's wrong with it when it has a damn screen in the middle? And apparently cars nowadays are extra smart. Uh, Almost as smart as your phone. If they had internet, I bet you they could use the GPS. They usually want to charge you for that stuff, but why don't they? And there's some really cheap reader tools out there. Why don't they have their own reading tool? Like the company makes the car, Chevrolet makes their own car and they make their own edition. This is the Cruise edition. And so they already have everything from the factory. Might as well just upload a little feature in there that you don't even have to update because you already made the car. And you just make the car tell you what is wrong with itself. Imagine that. Imagine that. Why is it not happening? I have zero clue. I don't think there's a law against it. I think it's more like I don't even know how they win by not giving you a scanner already. Probably because they don't want you to fix it yourself. If I get my conspiracy hat on, it's I would say it's because they don't want you to make your own repairs. They want you to go to the dealership, as they call it, to go get those repairs. Um, but I don't know because if you had a code reader, you can still go to the mechanic. Don't matter. You can still go to the dealership. You just know that something is wrong with the car, so it doesn't even matter. What's the other thing I've heard? The reason it's because they don't want people to make their own repairs to mess it up. Another one is because those codes are too smart for people. It just tells you the general idea of what's wrong with the car, and it's up to the professional to, using a multitude of tools, figure out what's wrong with the car because they use other tools to figure that out, to know what's wrong with the car. So, like, if it gives you code 01P34 and it tells you, there's a problem with the engine breathing, it could be like five things that could be doing that. Could be many things. Could be just something blocking the air. Could be a sensor. Could be something broken in a pipe. Something, right? And so apparently a professional will figure this out by using a multitude of tools that show you more in depth and maybe testing in and out. But my argument against that is you don't need a multitude of tools if you include them in the car. If you already are creating a car scanner inside your car, that it's a computer more than a car, and then you also include in that same scanner all the other multitude of tools that a scanner would use, like you already include all of it because it's coming from the manufacturer. They have the blueprints. They have literally everything that belongs to that car, and they know everything about that car because they made it. So how can they make it and not know what could be wrong with it? Um, so they could provide that. So no, it's not like, you need an $800 tool to connect there because the $40 scanner is not enough. You need the $800 scanner. Well, Mr. Sister, we're talking about only one car and one model. The manufacturer could include that in there. And you don't need no $800 scanner because usually those scanners, they cost so much because they scan about every car in existence. And it serves as a whole computer that separate from the car that reads what's in the car. Like nowadays, your phone is a computer. So what they do is they give you this Bluetooth hookup connector, and then that connector communicates with your phone and it tells you what's wrong with the car. All right. You already have the computer, you just don't have the connector. So you just make the connector a Bluetooth. See, I'm repeating myself. But the car nowadays, and I'm talking about 2025 here, they're a computer. They're almost, I would probably say, almost just as powerful as your phone nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised till the day that they come up with a new Ford 2026 with a Snapdragon CPU, the new Apple car with a Tesla M6 CPU chip. Now, like, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years they start advertising their cars as having a type of CPU. This year we got the upgraded version of that CPU. And not only a car, now we got this other CPU in there. Like, didn't we get told so many times during COVID that, we ran out of chips? That's why we have an issue with cars. which I don't even think I believe that 100%, but that's what they said. So if our cars are made out of chips, no, include a goddamn scanner in it. The car itself can know what's wrong with itself. And it's like, oh no, but it takes a professional to really see. Well, include those tools as well. The car with AI, with everything, it can do its own math, it can do its own troubleshooting. Like computers have their own troubleshooting. So cars should as well. Imagine that, a world where your car can tell you what's wrong with it. And it can do all the math because it's the car. If it accelerates and it breathes a certain way and it puts this much fuel in there and this is what it's breathing and all that, it can tell you that. And it can sort of figure out where the issue is. And you don't need a professional. Not nowadays. We have all these AIs that we put information in it, tell us all the 5 possible things that are happening. And then you can go to YouTube and find like 10 people that are going through the same issue as you and how they're fixing it. And if you look at your mechanics nowadays, like your young mechanics, the ones that are just starting, they're doing the same. Whenever they get a car, they go to ChatGPT and they go to YouTube. So don't tell me you need a professional to look at it. Yeah, it would be great if you had an experienced mechanic for 10 years plus, but those are just not existing as much anymore. They just don't. And when they do exist, they're far and few. And they're not probably, I don't know if they're doing the job themselves. I don't know. They probably have their own channel, YouTube channel now, doing their own services at their own house. Um, See what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yep, that's my idea. A phone with all screens all around to change the design of it at the swipe of a button. Uh, and a car that can read its own code. Like, God dang, come on. Am I really the only guy saying this right now? Am I really the Free Idea podcast having to say this to manufacturers out there? That's what people want. That's what would be incredible for a lot of people. I'm just here to put some gas in my car with the engine lights. Let me see if I can stop this and talk some more. I don't want to I just want to pause. Can I pause? Can I pause? Damn, Apple. It has the option to do it, but it's giving me a damn keyboard. All right, let's do that. J, let's pause right here. I'm back. Here's another idea. Apple, quadrillion dollars company. Add a damn button to pull the menu down for the keyboard. Like, God damn. How come we're still in the year 2025 and whenever Apple pulls the keyboard to type on the iPhone, there is no way to bring the keyboard down. There's no button for that. I bet I've never used an Android. Well, I have, but wow. I bet Android has that feature. 100% I bet. I bet they have a button that you just click and it brings the keyboard down. There's so many applications that get this wrong that they just don't. I know that you can tap off screen and that's supposed to bring it down, or sometimes you can swipe down, but not all applications are they're not like efficient at that or whatever. When they made the application, they didn't think of that. And so no matter what you click or do or tap, it doesn't do anything. Sometimes clicking the enter button does it, but not always. So it's annoying. Just add the damn button to hide the keyboard. Okay? Okay. So I'm gonna go here and do my thing. Wee! All right, that's good. All right. So my next and last point is I've done 15 days. 15 days of no YouTube videos talking about crisis, politics, or the economy. And No video games also. Interestingly enough, I love my video games, but just trying to be productive over here in real life. And it's being a challenge, but it's also been fun. I mean, I'm bored most of the day. I don't know what else to use my time on other than fixing this car. And I've sunk so much money in this car, trying to fix that engine line that comes stock with it. But you know, been quite productive. I've stayed away from podcasts that talk about politics. There's a lot of politics, a lot. And I saw something like I still get recommended, and I see the little titles that are super clickbaity. And I saw one that was so good it almost got me. It was almost like, ooh, let me find out what happened. I forgot what it was, but it was so good it almost got me back into it. I didn't click it, luckily, but I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I recommend this to everybody, whatever that is. This phone's like your mom used to say, it is that damn phone. It is that damn phone. Get away from it. You already know what it is, what's wrong with you and the phone, and challenge yourself to get off it for like a month or something. You know, there's so many new Christians nowadays or Catholics. You know that Catholics stay away from something for 30 days. It's part of their religion to abstain from something. Usually they abstain from simple things like red meat or fish or chicken or something. They come up with something. And then they give you the option that is like, well, if you cannot get rid of like red meat and if you cannot do this thing where you stop eating, then pick a struggle and get away from that struggle for 30 days. It's like a fast. And you know what? What I'm doing right here, this is my struggle. Mein Kampf, as one German painter once put it. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day.